Hi, welcome to Maggie Chats Books. Today I'm going to do a weekly wrap-up of what I've read and what I'm reading now. I usually do a monthly wrap-up or a mid-month and then an end-of-the-month wrap-up, and I find that sometimes the books aren't fresh in my mind because a whole week I lose a lot of brain cells. So I thought I would do a weekly wrap-up from now on and see how that goes. So the first book that I read this week was The Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz. It is a very cozy mystery. It takes place in England. It is a mystery within a mystery. I don't want to say too much about it because the whole point of a good mystery is the surprise effect. So I'll just say that it's a very cozy mystery, very well done. It's one that goes really, really fast. I think you'll enjoy it, especially if you like a cozy mystery without too much gore and things like that, which I prefer mysteries that are more just mystery and not so much violence. And the next book I read is What We Lose by Zinzi Clemens. This is a fictional book about a young woman who is an American. Her mother comes from South Africa, her father comes from New York, so she has kind of two different backgrounds, completely different backgrounds. She does go to visit South America, and then the main focus of the story is the death of her mother. It's her life before that, during that time, and then after her mother's death. Zinzi Clemens also lost her mother. She also is a daughter of a New Yorker and an South African mother. So it reads almost like an autobiography. It's very, very touching. I did read some reviews where people didn't care for the fact that she jumps around. I mean, some of these chapters are probably a page or two. And some of them are maybe 3 pages. They're not very long chapters. But to me, that helped convey the feeling that you have after you lose someone where your mind jumps from different times in your life. The memories are just come and go kind of sporadically. I did enjoy this book. I thought it was absolutely beautifully written. I think she's a wonderful writer, and I do recommend this book. It is only like 200 pages, so it goes super, super fast, and if you get a hold of this one, I think you'll enjoy it. And the next book I read was one that I actually listened to. It was an audiobook of Robopocalypse by Daniel H. Wilson. It is a science fiction novel. It takes place in the future where the Earth is dependent on computerized robots and smart cars, and everything pretty much has a computer chip in it. And an entity that is computerized decides to turn all of these automated robots and cars and everything against humans. So that's the Robopocalypse. It is so well done. It was so interesting. It is a bit violent, I will say, because the world humans go to war with these robots and a lot of things happen. There's a lot of war kind of scenes that you hear about. But I did enjoy it, I've got to say. I think the audiobook was about 12 hours or so, so it was long but very enjoyable. And it is the first book in a 2-book series, but it gave you a very satisfying ending, I will say. That you felt like if this was the only book that you read in this series, you'd be very happy, but it did make me want to read the next one. So I would recommend that if you're a science fiction lover that likes true science fiction. This is a good book to pick up and read. Daniel Wilson also wrote The Clockwork Dynasty, which was another good book about robotic human type machines. So that's what I read this week. What I'm reading now is A Golden Age. It is our Read Around the World book club book. I'm only about 30 pages into it. So far, it sounds like it's going to be rather emotional, but it also is very interesting. And the other book I'm reading is Bonfire by Kristen Ritter, and this is another mystery. Since I enjoyed the Magpie Murders, I thought I would try another mystery, and this one is about an environmental lawyer. She's from Indiana. She moves to Chicago. A case takes her back to her hometown of Indiana, and she apparently solves a mystery. So I haven't started this one yet, but this is the next one I'm going to pick up after I finish The Golden Age, which I should finish this weekend, and then I'll start that one. Also, will probably start another audiobook, but I haven't decided which one that's going to be. So that's my weekly wrap-up. Let me know what you're reading, and if you're reading these books, please let me know what you thought of them. That's all for now. I will talk to you later. Goodbye.